Well, one of our very favorites, Mee Tracy McCormick, is back in the kitchen, and you may not think it's possible, but she has bettered 2 desserts to make them healthy and delicious. Welcome back, Mee.
Thank you so much for having me, JD.
By the way, I love that dress.
It's my club dress.
You look fantastic in that dress today, and you look fantastic in the kitchen. We're making pumpkin pies, like little pilots.
Mini pumpkin pies because they're portion control.
Right.
We're using coconut milk and a cashew crumble instead of a heavy crust.
Very nice. So we're making them even better. And where do we start with these delectable creations?
We're going to start with our crumble because when you make a pie, you usually start with your crust.
Yeah.
This is super easy. It's cashew meal, which is just ground up cashews. So if you can't find cashew meal, you put it in a Vitamix or a blender and you grind it up.
Smash up your cashews,
Smash up your cashews. And then we're going to add coconut sugar.
Coconut sugar?
Coconut sugar.
I can guess what it is, but I've never cooked with it before.
It's made from coconut nectar and it's low glycemic.
Okay,
so this
great.
is really great for people that mix it.
Oh,
and then we're going to add grapeseed oil, which is a really healthy fat. Okay, and now you've made a crumble.
I have. That was a very quick crumble, too.
Very quick crumble. And so I'm dairy-free. So when I changed over to dairy-free, I didn't know how I would eat my favorite desserts.
Right.
Pumpkin pie is my favorite dessert.
Really?
And usually it calls for evaporated milk, which has a high fat content and a lot of sugar, but I want to watch my sugar and I can't have the milk. So what you want to use is coconut milk because it's also a high fat, a healthy fat, and it works and makes it fluffy.
And it's not really a milk like in the dairy sense.
No dairy. Coconut doesn't come from a cow.
Really? Now wait a minute. Let's go back and go over that part again. We've got our crumble.
We got our crumble, and now we're going to take our pumpkin. And so you can use steamed pumpkin, use kabocha squash, sweet potato, which is not a pumpkin, and you can use butternut squash in this.
All right.
And I usually steam it and then I use it for leftover, or you can use canned pumpkin. You're going to add coconut sugar. So the key to eating desserts and watching your sugar is to make them yourself, right?
Right.
And so then you know how much sugar you have in it.
That's what it's all about. If you make your own food, you know what's in there.
Get cooking. And now we're going to add our spices, our pumpkin spices, cinnamon, a little cardamom, a little nutmeg.
Yeah, that smells good.
And then we're going to add our shaken eggs.
Shaken, not whipped. We were joking about this during the break. And how many eggs are in there?
It's 2 eggs, and I put them in a jar and I shake them.
Okay.
And now you're going to add your coconut milk.
Okay. That's a lot of coconut milk right there.
Well, you're not going to add all of that. You're going to add a quarter of that.
Okay.
And the measurements are on the website.
There we go. That should be about right.
Now you see that clunk of fat? It's so good. It's good to talk about fat being good.
Yeah, for a long time people have thought anything fat is bad, let's go for fat-free, low-fat, but that's not really the case.
We want the good stuff. Goody, goody, yum, yum, honey. Do you remember that song?
I do not. Goody, goody, yum, yum, honey. Would you mix this up in a stand mixer or blender?
Look,
what am I doing
You're doing great. I mean, I just like to show simple, clean food and how easy it is to cook from scratch, simple, clean. You don't need a lot of gadgets.
It smells so good.
Yep. And then I found these fantastic little cups that are portion control again. And if you're traveling and you're going to a party, you can take your own dessert. So then you just pour it in these little bake cups, and they go directly in the oven on the shelf.
And are we putting the crumble on after they come out, or
no?
We're
gonna put the pie in there, and then we're gonna put our crumble, which got a little crumbly.
Yes, it did.
It's a little wet, but that's okay. Yes.
All right.
And then you just use this scooper. And it should be a little crumblier, and then just kind of drizzle it around the top.
We wouldn't want it quite that wet.
Yeah, but that's actually okay. It'll all work.
It will all work out.
That's the thing about cooking, is the more relaxed you can be in the kitchen, the better the food.
I love
Nobody
that.
wants to eat uptight food.
I agree. How long do we bake these things?
We're going to bake these at 350 degrees for about 18 minutes because of the size.
Right.
And that's it. And you can put as much crumble as you want on, and you bake them.
Okay. And they come out looking so beautiful.
They're super duper.
So good. Super duper.
Super duper good.
All right, I got to give this a try. My pumpkin crumble.
Pumpkin crumble.
Oh, wow. It's very, very good. Indistinguishable, by the way, from like a fully dairied up and
it's fantastic.
glutened up pumpkin pie.